How's it going, everyone? Cannabis Express 420. Today, I want to kind of get into the topic of factors that are going to influence the effect you get from your high, from your plants. Things you can do, things you can look for, things you can change that are going to make your experience better and how you can cater it to yourself. So without further ado, let's hear from our affiliates and get right into the video. Hey guys, I just want to jump in here real quick before we get too far into this video. I want to let you guys know that I am officially an affiliate for AC Infinity, a place where you can get all of your grow setup needs, from ventilation, dehumidifiers, lights, grow tents, you name it, you can probably find it on acinfinity.com. So if you go to acinfinity.com, next time you need to get a different grow light, or the next grow setup is calling your name, or you just need some replacement parts, or maybe a refillable carbon filter, go ahead and check out acinfinity.com and use promo code EXPRESS420 at checkout. That is acinfinity.com. Use promo code EXPRESS420 for 10% off at checkout. Thank you guys very much. Before getting into this video, I want to let you guys know that I am affiliated with seedsmanseeds.com. Yes, you can finally use a referral link down in the description below to get yourself some of the most top-notch genetics in the business. And I'm not going to show their website. We all know what they sell there. I'm not going to show any footage from their website because I want this video to have the least likelihood to get age restricted. But you can head over to Seedsman Seeds. You know the name, you know the game, you know the genetics. There's some big names and some things you have never heard of that look absolutely fantacular. We were looking at them on stream. If you want to go check out my last stream, you can go see what they got going on over there. But you can use the link in the description below, assuming YouTube doesn't absolutely obliterate this video for it being there. And you can go get a discount on some seeds and help out the channel. It would really mean a lot to me, and it would really mean a lot to your garden that you are putting good genetics in to get great product out. Thank you to Seedsman Seeds for being generous enough to give me an affiliate link, and back to the video. So I've been growing for a long time, and over that span of time, I've grown a lot of genetics. I've seen a lot of terpenes. I have seen a lot of amber and milky trichomes. I have seen a lot of different ratios. I have cured and dried in different ways, and I can tell you a couple of the factors that are going to get you where you need to be when it comes to your stonage. The things that are going to change your high and influence it in different ways and change how you feel while on your herbs. So without further ado, strap in and strap on, because today we're talking about those factors and how you can customize your high like a video game character. So first and foremost, there's these things called terpenes, and what these terpenes are basically the flavors of your plants. If you've ever noticed, gone to a garden, smelled a bunch of different jars, a lot of them will smell a lot different. You can pick up on keen differences, you can pick up on little differences, big obvious differences in the actual smell of the plant, and then the actual taste from the smoke. Well, what's going on here is there's terpenes and there's flavonoids, and they are hard at work to give you an enjoyable experience, and also while the plant is alive, to keep it alive. They are essentially pesticides, essential oils that your plant produces to actually protect itself as a defense mechanism. And like a lot of defense mechanisms, such as capsaicin, cannabinoids, and terpenes, we as human beings love taking advantage of these pesticides, self-preservation methods that these plants come up with, because they affect us in very positive ways. But if you didn't know, if you're a common stoner, a consumer, or if you're a beginner grower who doesn't know a lot about plant biology yet, these terpenes will actually change the effect you have when you are on your high trip. And basically what I have come to is a lot of the citrus leaning plants, a lot of the citrus tropical things, those are going to be a lot more uplifting. They are going to be a very motivating, creative high. You're going to taste a citrus type of fruity type of thing. And when you smoke and you feel that citrus fruity flavor or even a floral flavor, I've experienced a lot of uplifting, euphoric, very positive experiences and high energy from those types of terpene profiles. And on the other end, the gassy, skunky type, just, I don't want to say unpleasant because they're really nice, but if you aren't really into that kind of thing, it can be kind of sour type terpene profiles, the things that are a little bit more grit, a little bit more aggressive. Those things are going to be on the more tranquil side of things, the I'm not sure if that's something I really want to get into thing if I have plans for today. And this difference is obviously going to change on your endocannabinoidal system, so I don't want to expand too much on my own experience. These are obviously things you should experiment with your medication and do yourself. Obviously, do them responsibly, mix and match these different factors and find out what's right for you, because all of our systems are different. For me personally, if I'm looking for something that's going to be uplifting, give me motivation, I'm going to probably look for more of a lemon flavor sativa type high that isn't going to have a lot of amber trichomes, which we'll get into later, but something that's going to get me up and out of bed and maybe ready to work for the day, and do this whole type of thing side. Whereas if I'm chilling out, I want to watch a movie with friends, or I'm just going to bed for the night, I might smoke something like a Chill Out OG, which has a little bit of gassiness with the fruity flavor on the other end of it. I'm not sure what is in its genetic makeup specifically that has me just absolutely zooted in couch lock, but if I smoke too much, I'm going down. I am out for the count. I'm going nonverbal. I am done. And you can also check out Chill Out OG for now. Go and get that shit because it is absolute fire. So you're going to want to experiment with your terpenes, but that's not the only thing that is going to get you out of your funk of not having the right high. If you haven't found it yet, here's a couple more things. If you are growing weed and you want to customize your high on your own end, you don't want your trichome percentage to be up to somebody, well, you're going to have to grow your own. You're going to have to find a plant and you're going to have to grow it, and you're going to have to harvest at different trichome percentages. And what I mean by this is a big way, one of the number one ways to determine your harvest nowadays is to check the trichomes. Either get a picture with your phone, look through a jeweler's loop, get a really good picture of your plant overall, determine a percentage of amber to milky trichomes, and cut at different times. Start at 15%, just a sprinkle, 30%, 20, 30, 40, and so on until you get your perfect ratio that you're looking for, because more milky trichomes means a more uplifting high, and more amber trichomes is going to lean more towards the couch lock side, where you start having that THCA start to degrade into the next cannabinoid that it degrades into. I'm not sure specifically which one. If I find it, I'll put it on the screen here, but I'm not smart. I'm pretty fucking dumb. Next factor you can use to actually change your high, and this is actually going to be more on the enhancing side of things. This isn't going to so much change what the effect is. Once you cut that plant down, I feel like you're pretty much in and locked where you're going to be, and then you're pretty much going to be conserving and preserving the actual experience inside that little mason jar. But you are going to want to make sure that you nail down your drying and your curing. You're going to want to make sure that you have it down to a science and you can actually make that bud preserved really well. Now, it's a little bit debated nowadays. There's papers coming out that are saying one thing and growers will say another that have been growing forever. But basically the number is in between 60 and 65% for relative humidity and 60 degrees Fahrenheit for your actual storage temperature. And that's going to be right around where you need to be. But the thing is, when you start getting to that point where you are really low humidity, and you're over drying that plant and you've been curing it for a long time, you're going to start to lose a lot of the terpenes that were once there. You're going to start to lose the quality of the cannabinoids that were once there, especially if they're not in the dark. Now, this is going to change your high because you're going to start to notice that you're going to lose terpenes. So you're going to lose that effect. You're going to lose cannabinoids, so you're going to lose potency, and eventually you're just going to have a pure high of just THC, because that is the number one cannabinoid that we have been growing to breed our plants for the past approximately 20 to 30, 40 years. And that's just pretty much the way it's been. But you're going to get that high. You're going to have the THC in your system. It's still going to be there after a long time, but it's not going to be the same it was a month or two after harvest. It's not going to be what it was 6 months after harvest. That's about the time your plants start to degrade. But we're starting to come out with canitrols and mini fridges that are basically like wine coolers. So that actually keep your plant where they need to be for the drying and curing. We have tents that are regulating, so it's easier to dry. There's only telling how long we'll be able to preserve cannabis in the coming years. We might be able to come up with that cheat code that keeps it perfect for 10 years plus, but so far, I haven't seen the science on it. I haven't been exposed to it. If it does exist, leave it down in the comments section below, and any other comments, questions, or concerns. If you enjoyed this video and got any information out of it, go ahead and hit that like button and share it to a friend who might want to understand their high a little bit better. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button if this is your first time here, or you've been here a little while and you want to see me again, or, just been having a good time. I will see you next time. Thank you very much.